Yeah, whenever you're ready.
I'll pause it. All right, you ready?
Yes.
We're recording.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Can everybody hear me? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So, good morning, everyone. Thank you for, I would just first want to thank Kusudi International and Nia for having me this morning. I'm glad everybody can hear me. Small group, so it's going to be a cool, intimate discussion and about this lecture series, which is staying fit at home. And the basic part of this is ways that we can continue to stay inspired, the way we're adapting our new way of life, so that we can stay active, inspired, motivated, and empowered. Next slide. During this new normal that we're having. So today I'm just going to discuss, we're going to have a short discussion first, just about ways that we can manage our day-to-day a little bit better, manage our stress, and how to keep moving while we're spending an unprecedented amount of time at home, and so that we can continue to continue uplift as our day starts to reopen. If my internet or something acts a little shady, please someone just let me know. I just got an alert that my my Wi-Fi is unstable. So if I start to go in and out, just let me know, and I'll try to fix it as best as possible. So I'll continue. We're living in a new normal right now. Next slide. So we have definitely undergone a drastic change in our life with the pandemic, where we've had to stay home, to protect our loved ones, to protect ourselves. We have a lot of people outside working, our essential workers on the front line, especially our youth and our seniors. So from those who are working at home, especially if you have children, you're teaching at home, God bless y'all. And all while we're trying to stay mentally balanced and physically active. Also, unfortunately, some people are not actually working. So oftentimes exercise is probably the last things that are on their minds. But we have to make sure that we continue to stay healthy and move. And it doesn't have to be in a traditional sense of us going to the gym, um, going out or having these 1 to 2 hour workouts that some people may be used to. And those who are trying to still get into an active lifestyle, there are ways to adjust for that as we shift. So how do we take care of ourselves? How do we move towards staying balanced in a very uncertain time? And from that, we also have to learn how to manage our stress. So stress is something that is very high in our lives. We're already overstimulated. We live in a society right now where a lot of things, our personal lives, whether it be our finances, or whether it be those that we take care of, whether it be the things that we're facing during the day, social injustices and racism and homes and paying rent, all those things added stress outside of just being an adult, or having other things. And so keeping our stress levels down is the most important thing, which is why I have this slide up here for you to talk about cortisol and endorphins. Next slide. So how do we keep our stress levels down? Number one, I'll just start and take a note about what cortisol is, going back to that for a second. So it's secreted, it's a steroid hormone, and it's secreted from our adrenal glands. It's like a little hat on top of our kidneys, and it's like our flight or flight response. So when our bodies feel like it's being attacked or threatened, or those spidey senses that we kind of feel sometimes, that's when cortisol it secretes from itself. It's also a beneficial thing. It's not something that's always negative, that we have in our body. So if we have a huge presentation, if we have a game, if we're an athlete and have a game day, or if we're doing an interview, cortisol is also secreted. It gives us a boost of energy. It balances our blood pressure. It also makes our short-term memory very acute. So we're kind of zoned in and locked in the things that we have to do. Unfortunately, during the times that we're living in, and just regular day-to-day things, our stress levels can be elevated, and constant streams of cortisol and elevated amounts of cortisol are not have negative feedback towards us. So what happens is we wake up during the day, our cortisol level spikes and it steadily declines. But during this heightened sense, it might peak or it might stay the same during the day. And what can happen with that is increased blood pressure, high levels of glucose or blood sugar. It can cause insomnia or mood swings and affect our serotonin levels. And over time, that affects our weight, changes in weight, as well as other chronic diseases or issues that can have over time. So we want to be able to keep our stress level down. On the other side, there's endorphins, which is secreted in our brain and the pituitary gland, which is also in response to stress or pain. It kind of causes an analgesic effect. So it's a numbing sensation, but it also makes us feel good. It's kind of like our in-house sense of morphine. In exercise terms, people use it called a runner's high. So you feel good. And these are some of the endorphins that you could feel when you exercise. You feel motivated, you feel inspired, and you feel great. So those are two things as it relates to exercise that I wanted to embark on you all. Going back to taking time for ourselves with everything that we have going on in the world, it's important that you have a little bowl for yourself. We have a lot on our plate, but sometimes we don't leave anything for ourselves. So when it comes to me personally with wellness and fitness, it's very important that we continue to move our bodies. It also helps to strengthen our minds. And when you have the both two going off on each other, you're at a much better state. So taking time to, it's a quarter of some items that I like to discuss. It's taking time out your day. So when we're trying to at least get a little bit of workout or movement in ourselves, it's trying to find a part of your day with the least distractions. If you have children, it might be the time of day where they're doing their lessons, taking a nap, or doing some activity, or some time where you can kind of part yourself away and get some quietness. A minute of 20 to 30 minutes of activity. 30 minutes is already the recommended amount of time that you should spend, whether it's walking or doing a brief form of exercise, or you can break it up into segments. I oftentimes will break it up into like 3 or 4 10-minute segments a day, so that if I'm really running around, whether it's in the house or outside, I will break it up. So if I have a call, I might take 15 minutes and literally do about 3 sets of 10 push-ups, some squats, maybe some lunges, and a core exercise, so a plank or maybe a sit-up. Sometimes if I'm doing nothing during the day, I will put a piece of equipment between the couch and the kitchen, so that if I'm going to put a snack in my mouth and reward myself for that, I'm going to have to do some exercises. So after doing that 3 or 4 times, I've had a pretty decent workout. So before we start to work out, we'll get moving in a second. But before I begin anything, and going back to maintenance and centering ourselves, I always center myself and center your breathing so that you can be more present and aware. So it's called 4-4-4. And what that means is, before you begin, quieting yourself, taking a breath. You're going to inhale for 4 seconds. We'll do this before we start to work out. And you'll take 4 seconds to exhale. And you're going to do that 4 times. I like to do that so that I can quiet all the things in my mind, not worry about anything from the outside while I'm about to work out. Centers my breathing again, and it also keeps my heart rate down and at a resting state. The other parts is just to warm up. Always warm up before you work out, whether it's a dynamic stretch, which I'll show you in a second, just to get your blood flowing and to help prevent injury, and to keep it simple. So we're going to do a workout today that you can take with yourself, or also just message me, or we can chat through this afterwards. Keeping it simple. That way, if it's too complicated, you can minimize, or if it's too easy for you, you can add. So, let's get moving so we can do what we all came here to do. So if you don't need any equipment. If you do have equipment, great. I will show you a few items that I oftentimes use. So if you don't have an equipment, you can just use your body weight, which is fine. You can use your body itself. If you want to use equipment and you don't have it, you can get a can of beans. It has some weight to it. It's about 1.5 pounds. You can use that. Or you can use water. You can use up to 1 liter, however it is that you can hold your hand. 16 ounces is about 1 pound. You can get gallons of jugs. You can get creative with it depending upon your workout. You can grab a broomstick. You can get gallon jugs. You can grab a book bag and load it up with some water. So you can do weighted exercises as well. So you never have to be without equipment. If you are fortunate enough to have equipment, you can use weights, and they can go from hand weights that you can put on your hands to 2 pounds to 5 pounds and go on up. And these are just a few items that you can use to incorporate in the exercise today. So if you want to use equipment, you can grab some dumbbells, whatever your weight is. We're going to keep it moderate. So anywhere from 2.5 to 5 pounds today, or 7, or you can grab a band to do something. You won't need these. These are usually for your feet. And we can begin. And then most importantly, grab some water, grab a towel, and we can get it going. So I will try to turn the music up a little bit. Is everyone ready? If you get a thumbs up, if your mic is off or if your video is off, give me we're ready. We can begin. All right. I like the thumbs up. I see you, Nia. You're ready. All right. So I will go through the exercise and show you. Just follow along. You can go at your own pace. All right. So we're going to do a warm up. We're going to do it 2 times. Okay. There's 4 different exercises for this warm up. I will show you from here. If you have trouble hearing me, just let me know and I will repeat. So the first warm up is just to get your limbs going. We're just going to march in place 20 times. So it's just going to look like this. You're just going to march in place. If everybody can see me, I'll do this for 20 seconds. I will count. Usually I'm no good at that. So we're going to continue to march in place. 9, 8, try to drive those knees up. It's an important part to get your blood flowing. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Now we're going to go into squats and what I call to a ski lift. So I'll show you from the side. You're just going to simply squat and come down right off your toes if you can see me. So we're squatting down, coming up. Squatting down, coming up. Right off your, yep, there you go. So we have 15 of these. So 1, 2, yep, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Next one is a lateral lunge. So we're going to come out. We're going to step nice and wide. We're going to stay right here. You're going to take your arms out. And we're just going to bend. Sitting right back. Hips are behind you. 10 times. Good. That is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. Good. After that, we're going to do 20 jumping jacks. All right, on my ready. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Now that we're warm, we're going to do it one more time though. We're going to do this one more time. So while we're still moving, take a deep breath. And we're going to start right again with our marches. We have addition that's come in, saying good morning. Right on time for our warm-up. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Coming back to our squats with a ski lift. Right off the heels. 1, 2, good. 3, 4, 5, right off the toes. 6, keep going. Good. Make sure you're sitting your butt back, trying to keep your upper body as upright as possible. 5 more. Good. Perfect. We're going to go right into our lateral lunges. Stay nice and wide. Hands are out here. 1. Good. 2. 3. Good. 4. Touching right on the inside of the foot. 6. 7. 8. Good. 9. Last one. 10. Fantastic. We're going to finish this off with 20 jumping jacks. Ready. Begin. 2. Last 10. All right. Awesome. If you're ready, grab some water. Hear me? Okay, grab some water. Good. There's a slight delay. All right, here we go. So before we begin, again, now that our blood is flowing, we're a little bit sweaty, we're gonna do the 4-4-4, just to get our heart rate back down just a little bit before we amp it right back up. So it's taking deep breaths for anyone who's joining us today. It's breathing in 4 seconds. So you're gonna take a deep breath in, breathing in, 4 seconds, breathing out for 4 seconds. And we're gonna do that 3 more times. Breathe in, 4 seconds, breathe out, 4 seconds, 2 more times. Breathe in, breathe out. Last time, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, great. So we have several different exercises I will go through and show them to you. We're gonna try to do them twice. And that is it. And that'll be a great kickoff to our Saturday. Are we ready? All right, let's do it. So the first exercise, after we got our legs all warmed up, large muscles first, we're gonna start with our arms. So it'll begin, you're just gonna do punches. Punches first, we're gonna do it 10 times. All right, we're gonna do that twice. All right, so follow my lead. The first exercise, I'll count down. In 3, 2, 1, begin. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. You can grab a weight if you want. So for example, I'm just gonna grab these cans right here because I have them. And we're gonna do a back exercise. So it's gonna be a bent over row. So you're gonna take your hips, push them behind you. You're gonna flatten your back out, still keep your belly button pressed. You're gonna row and come out. Bring your elbows back towards your hips, straighten your arms, and come out from the front. It looks like so. Okay, that's 1. All right, are we ready? Let's go. That's 1, 2, 3. We got 15, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Keep your knees bent. 9, 10. 5 more. Last one. 5. Good. Great job. You can keep the weights that you're holding in your hands. Right now, we're really going to go from a squat to a press. So I'm going to come here, push right on up. Okay? Ready? Let's go. 20. 2. Good. 3, 4. Good. 10 more. 5. Last one. Good job, everyone. Okay. Still keeping those weights in your hand if you would like. So we have a step back lunge with a bicep curl. So we're going to step back, lunge, curl. Step up, lunge, curl, step up. We're going to do 10 on each side. Okay? Ready? We have 1, 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. 9, 10. Good job. Switch legs. Good. Switch legs. 1. Good. Good. 4 more. Good job. Last one. All right. Put these down. All right. Last one with legs. Get that heart rate up. We got 20 jumping jacks. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Take some water. If you need, grab a breather. We're going to do some core and then do this right over again. Everybody grab a sip. How are we feeling? All right. If you have a mat or a towel,
Yeah,
we're gonna do some core.
this is a video background. I'm kidding. No, this is light work. I'm over here sweating, girl. All right, let me get my towel.
All right. Sweating's what we need. All right. Grab your towel. All right, let's get ready for some core. So the first things first, we're gonna get on the ground. I hope everybody can see me. You should be able to see me. So the first exercise, I call them rowboats. You're just gonna put your hands to the back for support. The legs are gonna start partially out. I'll give somebody a few seconds to come catch in. All right, awesome. So your hands are back here for support. If you need, you're going to come back and bring your knees towards your chest. Come back, bring your knees toward your chest. 15. Bring your knees towards your chest. 3, good. Go at your own pace. 5, good. We have 15, 10 left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, we're gonna stay sitting. So these are called Russian twists or Mason twists. I'm gonna sit forward so you guys can see a little better. I'm gonna sit back a little bit, have a little engagement with my core, and we're just gonna touch the ground. If you wanna advance this move, you can lift your legs up and touch. Tap, tap is 1. So you have 15. If you need modifier, you can put your feet back down. Good. Great job, everyone. 5 more. Good, last floor exercise. We have an infamous plank for 30 seconds. All right. Are we ready? Have a plank. And 3, 2, 1, go. Find your happy place. Push through in your elbows. Your butt should be tight. Your glutes are tight. You have 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Should be feeling the shaking. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Perfect. How are we feeling? That was just round 1. Is everybody here with me? We got one more round. How are we doing? Is that the white flag? Or is that? All right, we got one more round. Everybody get a sip if you need. We're gonna start this thing right over again. One more round. I feel like those endorphins should be rolling right now. Everyone should be feeling good and motivated. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're starting with flurries. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Grab some weights if you want. 2-pound weights. This time I'll join the fight with you guys. If you have actual weights, it should look like this. Or if you can grab a bottle of water. We have the bent over rows. So we're here and we're flying. 2. From the front, keep going. 10 more. Good. Keep that core tight. Bent over. Last 5. Last 1. Perfect. All right, we have our squats to our press. We have 20. Feet shoulder width apart. Here we go. $15. Last 10. Last 5. Are you with me? Five. Good job. Is everybody with me? Is everybody with me? I'm good. All right. Time for the step back lunge. So we have 10. Good job, everyone. 5 more. Good job. Let's switch. There we go. Good job. 5 more. Good job, everyone. All right. Where are we at? Jumping jacks. Drop those weights. Back to jumping jacks. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 4. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Grab some water. Towel off some of that sweat. I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling this too. Last set. We have only 3 more exercises. Y'all been doing phenomenal. Are we ready? Here we go. Back to rowboats. 15. Here we go. 1. 10 more. Last 5. Good job. All right, back to Russian twist. Here we go. 10 more. Last 5. Good job, everyone. Last exercise. We have planks. Last one, last one. There we go. 30-second plates. Is everyone ready? 2, 1, let's do it. Find your happy place. The home stretch is already there. You guys have done a phenomenal job. You have 15 seconds left. Keep breathing. Empty your nose, out through your mouth. 10 seconds. There's the finish line. All done. Congratulations. Give yourselves a round of applause. I wish I had, wait. There we go. Good job, everyone. Does anybody have any questions? Does anyone have any questions? You guys did a wonderful job. Everybody's all schwitzing and sweaty.
I have a question.
Able to get the Saturday off right, yes.
First of all, thank you for the workout. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I want to publicly thank you, Yamisi, because I've battled my quarantine 15 with the motivation and wisdom from the years of the times I've trained with you and the motivation from you and all my other girlfriends. So my question is about eating healthy and combining it with, maybe like a regular routine, because you have, we've had these training sessions during the quarantine. And I think, how can someone couple how to attack that quarantine 15 with these basic exercises you've given us today?
So I know the hard part, let me grab a seat, I'm sorry. So I know the hard part has always been when we're at home. I think the larger issue for a lot of us is finding ourselves that we're snacking or not eating as regularly as we used to, because a little bit of our schedules have been upended. So what I will say is you don't have to, if you're deciding to get on a new workout kick, don't tell yourself that's a diet regimen per se, because doing restrictive things also causes the body to kind of overcompensate and crave things you've taken away. But what I will say is when you're going out to stores, still make it simple for yourself, just like this exercise. And what I often do is, or I tell my other clients, is to buy 2 different types of vegetables a week or for 2 weeks if you cook in advance, and 2 different types of meats if you're eating meat, or fish, or other grain items if you're completely plant-based, and make it simple. So for example, if I bought some cabbage, some ground turkey, some fish, and maybe, let's just say some kale, right? So I will make those 2 vegetables and I will cook it in advance so it's already there, and it doesn't take long. A lot of these items to cook can take up to 30 minutes. And just be mindful, also write down what you eat, because a lot of times we can emotionally eat for certain things or not eat. And I think it's very cathartic to write things down into log so that you can keep some accountability with yourself. With our, with our group, we've been thankful for each to be accountable for each other, which can also reinforce that. So be honest with yourself. If you had a day and you just like, girl, I had like 5 donuts, be straight up and be honest with yourself, because if you're telling yourself that, you also know that you're aware of the things and the habits that you're doing. So not only is it about incorporating eating healthier, which I think we kind of know how to do. And if it's specific, I can always go and dive in deeper with that. But just to make things simple, have a salad, add only 2 or 3 items to it. So if you have some mixed lettuce, add a protein, again, if you're eating meats, or add some walnuts, maybe some strawberries and a little bit of feta cheese if you're doing dairy or not. And there's your salad. Make a light, I don't even buy salad dressing anymore. I literally take a little bit of avocado or olive oil, some balsamic vinegar, lemon, and I'm done. Oftentimes I may squeeze some garlic because those have some healthy components to it, and I'll add those in there so I have fresh herbs. Simple. And I'll just do that. Having something on the grill or cooking something en masse helps, so you don't have to stress about what you're cooking. So just accountability, make a log for yourself, whether it's in the phone so that you see what you're doing. If you feel something is off, write it down. If you have bad days, either call up your friends or those that you have to support and say, hey, I'm having a hard day, like we often do. Can I have some help, get some extra motivation? So I won't go in that fridge and grab that donut that I want so badly, and get some encouragement, and then reward yourself. Because again, what we're doing, so we have some kind of reward system for that. So all week I ate very healthy. So maybe on Saturday I might have, a drink or two, or I might have that donut I've been craving all week because I've been eating so well. And I've taken this workout, which can be simplified even from this if you want, and threw it in. I did 10 minutes of that. I had a great lunch. I'm gonna have a great dinner. I might do 10 more minutes of that, and I feel good. And if you do it over time, you will see, the outcome of everything that you're putting in. It's a process. We live in a world of instant gratification, so sometimes it's hard, but understand it's all a process. And if you are consistent, if you're accountable, and if you're not too hard on yourself about it, we're all human. So it's okay for us to have bad days. We'll get to those next steps. Just take it a week turns into 2 weeks, 2 weeks turns into a month turns into 3, and then look at you, COVID-15 no more. I hope that answers your question.
That does. Thank you. How can we find you on social media, or maybe to acquire your services? I know you
Of course.
look for in-person sessions. I know you only are giving those to limited clients, but maybe for telehealth or virtual training.
Absolutely. So I will put my email address on the chat that we have at the bottom. It should pop up. So my email address is here, and that you can find me on Instagram at here. So you can direct message me or email me, and I can tell you more. Ask me any questions, or I can tell you more about my services. My website is coming soon, so I don't have that for you, but once it's on there, you can go to my Instagram. I'm not really on Facebook that much, at least right now, but Instagram will have all my updates, so that the more I'm doing things or other areas to reach out to me, you can do it that way as well.
So let me just go ahead and spell it out. So for those that are live with us on Facebook and for the recordings, so that's Yamisi, YAMISI at Clutch Collab, which is CLUTCHCOLLAB.com. And the Instagram is at IAMZZ. So that's Yams.
The Yams. Yes.
Okay, guys.
That is me. I just want to thank you again for this. I don't know what just happened. But again, I just want to thank everyone for this. I think someone tapped out for a second. I hope you were able to have a great workout and to start your Saturday. Any other questions or insights, just always reach out to me.
I had a quick question for you, Yamisi.
Or Nia, who can give my content. Yeah.
Just as Nia said, thank you
Good.
for
I can hear you.
You can hear me. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the workout. I had a question about water. Just in terms of making sure that you're hydrating appropriately. It's hot right now, and then putting on top of it, like if we're doing 4 workouts a day, we typically hear about how much water we're supposed to consume a day. Do you also suggest adjusting based off of the climate? The climate right now, as well as increasing your activity level and sweating more. Should we be increasing our water intake? I have a problem with it, so that's why I'm actually asking.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have a problem with drinking water a lot of times too, especially during hotter weather because we're oftentimes sweating. Well, actually, hot versus cold. We are still expending hydration anyway. You can also be very dehydrated during the winter times as well. Those vapors, when we're cold, is also a way for us to lose fluid as well. So it's always good to stay hydrated. Based on your body type and body weight, hydration levels vary. You can also overhydrate yourself. But a good idea is every time you wake up in the morning, just grab 8 to 12 ounces of water and chug that down. It also kind of helps the digestive system a little bit and wake it up in the morning, and you have some hydration with that. Before every workout, try to drink at least 16 ounces of water before your workout. So at least get you hydrated there at minimum. And then of course sip throughout your workouts and then rehydrate. So depending upon, some people sweat more than others. But after your workout, definitely try to put a liter in. The minimum amount I try to drink is anywhere between a half a gallon on upward. So I try to consume 64 ounces. 128 ounces is honestly a lot for me, especially if I'm moving around a lot. When I was training before, it's a lot of pee stops. So I try to at least get 64 ounces of water in, which will help. So grab a bottle. That's the best behavior. Just have a bottle with you and just quench your thirst that way. I try to make my bottles at least 16 to 20 ounces per, and that helps me gauge how much water I'm taking in. So being accountable again for that, just have that water bottle with you and just kind of drink. And if you find yourself eating more saltier foods, if you're out and about, also have water there. So when you're out if you're outside sitting at a restaurant, if it's reopened for you, make sure you're having water, balancing that if you're having cocktails as well. But just have it with you at all times. Start off in the morning. That also sets a good precedent when you wake up in the morning. So you had your first glass, great. I had 16 ounces. I'm down. After breakfast, especially if you're drinking coffee, after you've had maybe a cup of coffee, depending upon how much coffee you drink, the next drink should be some water. With lunch, have some water too. If you feel like I want something else, do that. But like anytime you're drinking an other, which also has water in it as well, just add, 6 to 16 ounces of water with that. By the end of the day, you're gonna get that half a gallon to a gallon in you. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, just increase it as you work out. You're welcome. Any other questions? I'm so jelly right now, Nia. You're just sitting there glowing on the beach.
Thank you for having such a great
It's a wonderful
exercise.
background.
Thank you guys, and I just want to thank all the participants, and again, thank you for blessing the Kusudi Summer 20 Health and Wellness Lecture Series like you've done in the past, and again, for blessing our lives as our friend, but also as you've been my trainer for off and on for many years, actually. When I think about when I trained for that marathon and you helped me get my mind right about what I need to put in my body before running and stuff like that. So again, thank you, and everyone enjoy the rest of your Saturday. We'll see you tomorrow. We have Natalie, chair of the program, Medical Institute. She'll be talking about 9 a.m. Pacific. A family or friends that are aging and you are concerned about, it would be a great lecture to sit on, to know about what you should be looking out for as we age, to make sure that we are aware and things we can do to keep them strong and steady. Hey, hope to see y'all tomorrow.
Awesome. Sounds good.